Are you thinking about retiring in the Phoenix area and you are wondering what would be a community that has water, that has access to golf, and has beautiful mountain views? Well, I have found it for you. It's Canta Mia. But today's video is actually a pros and cons. I'm gonna give you, I think I have about 8 to 9 pros and 5 cons, so stay tuned. I want to go over with you the good, the bad, the ugly with Canta Mia out in Goodyear, Arizona. A wonderful place to retire, but definitely some things that you want to know before you pull the trigger on that. Hi, I'm Kelley Norton, your AZ Realty lady at EXP Realty. Count on me for all things Arizona real estate. Now, if you are new to my channel, I am Kelley Norton. Hello, I'm the AZ Realty lady. I'm an associate broker here at EXP Realty with over 22 years experience selling real estate right here in the Phoenix area. I'm also a Valley native. So if you're looking for someone that really has seen the growth in the Valley, I've lived in 8 different cities here in the Valley as well, 7 of which I have as an adult. So I am well versed in different parts of the Valley, including the East Valley, the West Valley, Scottsdale, Phoenix, Mesa, Gilbert, Glendale. You name it, I've probably lived there. So I'm happy to answer any questions that you have about your upcoming relocation. And this community today, I'm going to give you the pros and cons, is Canta Mia. So let's go ahead and dive right in and talk about my first pro. So number 1 is going to be the affordability in Canta Mia. So Canta Mia is a little bit of a drive out, so you do have more affordability with your budget. So in this community, there's new construction, that you also have resale options. Now, square footage, you're going to find anywhere from, say, 1,100, 1,200 square feet all the way up to mid 2,000 square foot range. Now, then the community is a little bit newer. So you're going to find homes that are built 2014, 2015 on the resale market. And then you're going to have homes that are brand new, homes that are maybe a spec home where they've picked out some options for you, or where you can actually pick your lot and pick the floor plan and all of the beautiful finishes to go inside the home. And the builder out here is Taylor Morrison. So let's continue with that pro number 1 of the affordability and talk a little bit about pricing. So you can get into this community in the new construction for a base price in the mid 300s. And then remember, you just have to do your landscaping, finish off with your blinds, your ceiling fans, your structural finishes, your upgrades, and your landscaping. So out here, you're probably going to be in that low 400 for their smallest floor plan, which is going to be around 12 to 1,300 square feet. And I do have other videos on models, walkthroughs, and other information about Canta Mia. Today is just about the pros and cons, but if you want more information, maybe we can have a conversation and I can definitely give you some more information about the community and maybe others that might be a good fit for you as well. Now, you can stay under $400,000 in the resale market, just depending on what comes available. There's not a ton for sale on the resale market in here, but there has been recent sales around $360,000, and that was for about a 1,200 square foot home that was about 5 years old. So there are options under $400,000, but you're going to need to jump on them very quickly and make sure that you're aware of them as soon as they hit the market. And sometimes finding out before they hit the market is also very smart. So if you need help with that, please feel free to reach out, call me or text me. I'm happy to help you with that. A lot of times I can find out about listings that are coming on the market before they ever hit the MLS. So having that advantage is really, really important in a community where there's not a ton to choose from on that resale market. So speaking of new construction and homes being built 5, 7, 8 years ago, that's another pro with this community, is that it is a newer community. So most of the houses in here are newer. Most of your amenity areas and clubhouse areas, those are newer. So if you're comparing, say, this community with one like the original section of Pebble Creek, you're going to have a lot more of a new, fresh feel in this community. So newer houses, and you know, if you are wanting the option of building, they still have houses out here to build. They have quite a few actually. And at Build Out, there's going to be about 1,700 homes here. So newer community is definitely a pro. So I'm going to give you another pro here, and then we'll jump into our first con. So The third pro is actually going to be location. So location could be on either the pro side or the con side, depending on what you are looking for in your retirement community. So out here in Canta Mia, you are about 20 to 30 minutes from the freeway system. So you're away from the hustle bustle, which is a major pro for a lot of people. You really feel like you're in your own little city out here. And remember, Cantamia is inside the master planned community of Estrella Mountain Ranch. Now, Estrella Mountain Ranch is a very large master planned community with over 19,000 residences, homes, patio homes, houses, 19,000. So that's a pretty big community. And then Cantamia itself only has 1,700. But the location is so quaint and quiet out here. So one of my clients had actually specifically requested a community where they can do their astronomy, and they are really big into telescopes and looking at the stars and the planets. And so this is a great community for that. Really dark at night, see the stars, and right outside Cantamia, you do have a ton of miles of biking, hiking, walking, whatever it is that you might want to do to stay active. If you're an outdoor enthusiast, you have access to all of the Estrella Mountain foothills right outside here. So location is definitely key. Very, very quiet out here. You can hear coyotes often at night, and it's just really a nice feel. It's quiet at night, and you don't hear traffic out here unless it's just the community drive, just the little roads in the community. You are tucked away from freeways. There's really no major hustle bustle happening. So one thing that I do want you to know, even though it is away from the hustle bustle, there are plans for there to be a State Route 30, which is going to connect the Loop 202, which goes through the Ahwatukee area and connects over to the I-10, which is the highway that would take you to Tucson, I-10 East. So that Loop 30, or State Route 30, I'm calling it Loop 30, but it's because it connects to the Loop 303. It's going to be nearby here, so eventually there might be a little bit more traffic coming closer to the community. Now, will it come right through the community? That I'm not sure of. It's a little hard to tell on the maps. I will put one up on the screen for you to kind of show you where it's coming in at, but even me living here, it's still not 100% clear. I've seen 3 or 4 different maps of where they're proposing for this to come through at, but from what I can tell, it will be at the base of the mountain on the other side, so it wouldn't be right through the community. But it might mean that there will be a little bit more coming closer if they build any type of a thoroughfare through here or closer to here. A lot of times you get more shopping and you get a little bit more traffic. So do keep that in mind. If that's a reason why you're moving out here, it might not always be that way as areas grow, but it certainly is for now. And that loop is in the future. So it's not something that's even begun. They've just started to secure land. So let's talk about the first con. I think this is an important con, and I don't hear many agents talking about this with Cantamia. So if you are a golf enthusiast and you love golf, good news is you have golf courses nearby. You actually have one right around the corner in Estrella Mountain Ranch. However, there isn't one right inside Cantamia. So if you're looking for a community where you can live on the golf course, have a view lot right out of your yard and have golfers and have that view, this community does not have that. What it does have is the beautiful lakes, and it does have beautiful greenbelt areas. But if you want to be on an actual golf course, you're not going to be able to find that in Cantamia. So I want to make sure that you are aware of that. But you do have golfing available at the, there's a Nicholas designed 18-hole golf course that's true and managed, absolutely beautiful in Estrella Mountain Ranch. So you do have golfing nearby. Just hop in your golf cart, go out of your community, and you'll be over there in just a few minutes, but not out your backyard. So just want to make sure that you are aware of that con, which is number 1 of 5. So we'll go right into our number 2 con. So this one is going to kind of piggyback on one of the pros, which is going to be location. So this location might not work for you. The reason why, if you have a lot of medical issues, you need to be going to hospitals or cancer treatment centers on a daily basis, it's going to be a little bit of a drive for you. To get to the main hospital, it's going to be about a 20 to 30 minute drive. We have Banner, we have Abrazo. There's several different facilities that we do have out here as far as hospitals, but they're about a 20 to 30 minute drive. We do have Cancer Research Center of America that's not too far, but again, you're still going to be 20 to 30 minute drive to that location as well. So inside your community, you do have an urgent care, but it's just a little Banner urgent care, you know, colds, coughs, that kind of thing. I don't even know if they have an x-ray machine there, which again would cause you to have to go to the hospital to get that treatment. They do, however, have a fire station in the community, so no worries. If you do have a medical emergency, you do have the ability for the fire department to get there quickly. But as far as getting you to the hospital, it's going to be a bit of a drive. So not only with the medical reasons why the distance might not work for you, but maybe you like to dine out a lot. Maybe you like shopping. The closest Target is about 20 minutes away. Costco, 20 to 25 minutes away. And you have a Walgreens in the community and you have a Safeway. Those are your main, you know, Walgreens main drugstore, and then Safeway is a grocery store. There's a little coffee shop, and then you have a little cafe here in Cantamia, but no big main restaurant, which is actually my number 3 con. There's no big restaurant inside Cantamia. I'm going to talk to you about that in just a moment, but I want to talk to you more about the number 2 con, which is that location with dining, shopping, restaurants. So there is a mall that's going to be built off the I-10 in Buckeye. That's going to be about a 20-25 minute drive as well, right across from the area that the Costco is at. And it's near Verrado. So you're going to have a drive to get to that shopping area, and to get to any other major shopping and dining right now is still going to be about a 20-minute drive. And you have Glendale, you have the Cardinals Stadium, lots of shopping and dining around there. That's about a 25 to 30-minute drive. So just keep that in mind. If you want to have all of the modern day conveniences and be within a 5-minute drive to shopping and dining, this isn't that type of community. It is definitely more for someone that wants to have more of that remote feel, wants to enjoy the serene Arizona desert, the lakes that are out here in the community, the mountains, and just really feel a little bit more outside in more of a suburb area. This is the community for that. So let's jump back to that number 3 that I did kind of give you a little bit of a preview of. So number 3 is going to be that the community does not have a main restaurant. So what it has for you is a little cafe. So there's a couple tables. You can go in, you order your food, you sit down, you can get breakfast, little lunch bites, and I will tell you, it's very affordable. It's absolutely one of the more affordable little cafes in any of the communities that I've seen. You can eat for under 10 bucks. It's pretty amazing. So really affordable. And guess what? There's a full bar just on the other side. So you have the cafe on the right, and then you have a full bar on the left. So if you've ever been out to Trilogy at Vistancia or watched any of my videos, that community has a much more expansive area for their happy hours and more options for restaurants and bars. So a lot of these different communities have different amenities, and this one is just a little bit more tailored back and isn't quite that luxury country club feel. So if you are looking for that country club feel, this might not be the right community, but it has everything that you would need, just on a little bit more of a different scale. So my number 4 pro is definitely going to be this community just rocks it for the outdoor enthusiast. So you have pickleball courts, you have tennis courts, you have bocce ball, you have horseshoe courts, you have shuffleboard by the pool, which is amazing. There's a big heated pool with big shade areas. You have that pool overlooks the gorgeous lake, and you also have this great arts and crafts center. I know it's not really in line with outdoor enthusiasts. However, they have a great patio right off of that arts center. So you can sit outside and do your artwork. And they have classes and different things in there as well. Now, what's great is there's over 50 miles of hiking, walking, biking within Estrella Mountain Ranch, the master plan community around here. And in Canta Mia, there's miles of trails that you can actually walk on a paved path throughout the community. But look out for those golf carts, because it is definitely a golf cart friendly community. And remember, it's guard gated here. So Once you're in the community, a lot of people do use their golf carts, so you just want to be careful there. Now, if you want to hike, you want to bike, you have the mountains that are just right across outside the gates. So you can certainly go and do that. You can do catch and release fishing. Remember, you have those 2 lakes over at Estrella Mountain Ranch as well. And if you want to join the yacht club over there, you can certainly do that. Your membership that you have at Cantamia is separate though from Estrella Mountain Ranch. So some agents think that you can't use facilities over there. You can, you just have to pay an extra membership. And then the yacht club is addition on top of that. So that's what's really great, is that there's so much for you to do here and you don't have to go very far. So there's so much to do just right here within Cantamia or within Estrella Mountain Ranch. Definitely a pro. So that brings me to another pro, which would be the fact that you can get another membership over at the Estrella Mountain Ranch community. So let's say that you have grandchildren and you want to have a place for them that's a little bit more kid-friendly. There are hours at the pool here that you can have grandchildren or children at here in Cantamia. But over in Estrella Mountain Ranch, there are amazing water slides, water parks. There's splash pads. There's 2 different clubhouses that you can get an additional membership for, and you can get guest passes for your family to go there if you have gotten a membership yourself. And there's the yacht club that you could always take one of your grandkids or both on a little sailboat trip along the North Lake. So number 6 pro, you might laugh, but I have a lot of people ask me if a community has gas. Yes, Cantamia, there is gas here. So gas cooking, some of the houses will have a gas stub outside or at the dryer. So it just depends if they pre-plumb for that, but there is gas to the community. So that is a major plus, I know, for some. So, and you know what, if you are looking in another community and it doesn't have gas, I love gas cooking. However, the house that we just bought 1.5 years ago in Peoria does not have gas cooking. So I found a way around it with an induction cooktop, which is actually really amazing. And I thought that I would never find anything that cooks evenly and fast like gas, and I have found it. So there are other options too. If there's another community maybe you have your eye on that doesn't have gas, there's a way around, and I'd be happy to connect you with my appliance guy too, because I got a smoking deal on that induction cooktop. So we talked about how there's water parks and splash pads and things over at the Estrella Mountain Ranch. So for some, the fact that that's an additional membership may be a con. So I do have that on here as my number 4 con, is that you don't have dual enrollment to the other community. It is an additional fee, and so is the yacht club. So that is something to keep in mind, just an added expense on top of your Cantamia HOA dues. So let's talk about the number 7 pro, which is going to be that it's a guard gated community. This gives a lot of people peace of mind. There is one way in and out through the guard gate, and that's where guests have to go to get in, and they do ask, you have to let the guard know if someone's coming into the community. So I know a lot of people really love having that peace of mind of living inside a guard gated community. So there's a couple in the valley. This one is definitely gorgeous and really kind of a jaw-dropping entrance. When you go through those gates, they open wide for you, and there's waterways on both sides of you as you drive in. It's really quite a stunning drive. So the last pro I have for you, and I have one more con, so don't stop yet. So the last pro that I have for you is going to be that if you are a baseball fan, or you love football, or you love basketball, in Arizona, we have all of the major sports, and we are a huge hub for spring training. So in Goodyear, just not too far away, if you are from Ohio, or you are a Cincinnati Red fan, or a Cleveland Indian fan, we have spring training here for those 2 teams. So that's amazing. There's also a lot more spring training that happens within just a 30 to 45 minute drive from here. There's so many spring training teams here on the in the West Valley, and then you have some in Scottsdale and Tempe as well. So a lot of options for spring training. And then don't forget, we have the Arizona Cardinals, we have the Suns, we have the Diamondbacks, and we also have the Coyotes for hockey. So the final con that I have for you is that if you are looking to live in Canta Mia, there is only one builder, and it's Taylor Morrison. For the most part, people love Taylor Morrison, but if you seem to have an adverse reaction to me saying Taylor Morrison, then it might not be the right community for you, because you have only that option for buying a home here in Canta Mia. That's the builder that developed this community, and also new construction, that's the only option for a new home here. So again, I have a lot of clients that absolutely love this builder. It actually has made my top 5 and top 10 list time and time again. My clients really do love it, but if you are not a huge fan, then this might not be the right community for you. Guys, I hope that you enjoyed the video today of pros and cons. If there's anything else I can help you with, please go ahead and comment on the video. I'd love your feedback on that as well. And feel free to call me or text me. It is the best way to reach me. And if you want to tour some of the models out here at Canta Mia, call me and I can definitely help set it up for you. And in Arizona, your agent does need to be with you on your first visit out. So again, thank you so much for watching the video. I greatly appreciate it. And I hope to hear from you soon. Take care.